dread it, run from it, destiny still arrives.
Avengers Infinity War lands in theaters April 27th, and the superhero team-up comes in with massive hype and sky-high anticipation as it arrives on the heels of the critically acclaimed and wildly successful Black Panther. The latest outing from Marvel Studios includes more superheroes per square inch than cinema has ever seen and promises to tie together 10 years of storytelling. So, what are the critics saying about directors Joe and Anthony Russo's hugely ambitious project? For starters, it's big, as in really big, according to The Hollywood Reporter's own Todd McCarthy. Huge is the operative word here for budget, scope, and size of the global audience, he writes. Without giving anything away, the climax is startling in its gravity, and no Marvel fan will leave before the long final credits scroll gives way to the traditional kicker tease at the very end, which amplifies the ending by serving up even more questions, not answers. Empire's Helen O'Hara might outdo McCarthy in the enthusiasm stakes with her review, in which she writes, "The film dances nimbly across the cosmos from one group to the next, turning the screws on each group, shattering them and pulling them back together in new combinations." This time, the Russos achieved the impossible. Not only did they bring all these disparate characters and stories together, but they made it look effortless. Michael O'Sullivan of The Washington Post, meanwhile, is a tad more cautious in his write-up of the movie. While he credits the Russo brothers for keeping things moving briskly and with frequent levity, he ends with a note of warning. Infinity War is big, blustery, and brave, taking viewers to places that they may not be used to going. Whether Thanos ends up getting everything he wants is one thing, but audiences should be warned that they probably won't. O'Sullivan isn't the only one who suggests that audiences won't be entirely satisfied by the movies. Several reviewers, in fact, find the film to be too busy. As Screen Rant's Molly Freeman puts it in an otherwise positive review, while Avengers Infinity War attempts to balance so many characters and give them compelling narratives, very few of the emotional beats stick their landing. This is partly due to the movie being crammed full with too much going on for the pacing to allow much time to process any major emotional development before moving on. Likewise, Rolling Stones' Peter Travers wonders, how long can you fake out audiences without pissing them off? Avengers Infinity War leaves viewers up in the air, feeling exhilarated and cheated, at the same time aching for a closure that never comes, at least not yet. The Russo brothers have clearly never learned the concept that less is more. Some reviewers are certainly more cutting than others. For example, Time Out's Joshua Rothkopf, who calls the film an overstuffed sausage of summer entertainment, and the Ocean's 13 of spandex heroism, if you can imagine a version of that movie with 2 times as many Brad Pitts and no poker dealers. And many others simply seem to be unsure of exactly how they feel about the blockbuster in general. Most appear to have enjoyed the movie, yet have more than a few concerns about it the more they think about it. Time's Stephanie Zachrach declares that there's no pacing in Avengers Infinity War. It's all sensation and no pulse. Everything is big all of the time. The Screen International's Tim Grierson is more charitable, noting that it's inevitable that fans of individual Avengers will be disappointed that their favorite doesn't receive more screen time, but that frustration is mitigated by Infinity War's suggestion that these dazzling heroes must put aside their egos in the service of defeating a common foe. It's been easy to criticize individual chapters of the MCU for being insubstantial, merely episodes in a longer, denser, years-long narrative. Infinity War pays off that patience and even leaves one waiting for what comes next. So tell us, what do you think of the Avengers Infinity War reviews? Have you seen the movie already? Let us know your take in the comments. For the Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Lindsay Rodriguez.